Welcome to another episode of the Group Parlay podcast with myself, Nick Strum, Andy Semo, Dave. Dave's joining us for Dave's Dawgs. No Kevin. Another tough one for the fellas last night. I mean, it was dead pretty early. WNBA. There's a reason we don't bet on the WNBA. And Kevin had a good hit, but I'll hand it off to Kevin or Andy for a quick recap of yesterday's parlay.
Yeah, let's start with the negative. Liberty plus 4.5. They got blown out by the Aces yesterday. The only guy who's allowed to touch WNBA is Kevin. For whatever reason, he has the magic touch there. I haven't touched it at all. Strom, you're 0-1. It's not a fun bet, to be honest. It's not fun to watch. So it is what it is. It didn't matter because I had TCU minus 14, who lost the game outright. They got blown out by Houston. They could not move the ball at all. Houston's defense came up to play. Their new quarterback looked pretty good. They got annihilated. They were terrible at home. So terrible pick by me. And then great pick by Kevin. Syracuse plus 7.5. I think they won the game outright. They looked really sharp, beat UNLV. It was a really good game overall, but they came out on top. So good for them. Good pick by Kevin. Yesterday, 1 for 3. Not great. Kevin is 3-1 on the month. Strom and I are respectively 1-3, 0-4 overall. So, but first Saturday of October, first Dave's Dawgs. Looking to turn things around here. Great sports slate today. Great sports slate. Full slate of college football, full slate of playoff baseball starting at, I think, noon or 1. So it's a great day. Yeah. Let's get into picks. Dave, let us know what you got.
All right, let's do it. So today we are going to be taking the West Virginia Mountaineers to beat the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Oklahoma State, everybody talks about Ollie Gordon and how effective he is running the ball. That was true last year. This year, the Oklahoma State offensive line has not been able to create holes or get to the second level, and it's led to them being one of the worst rushing offenses in the country in terms of yards per play. So we're gonna roll with West Virginia. I think the wrong team is favored here. West Virginia has played a pretty tough schedule, resulting in their 2-2 record. But yeah, I feel real good at them. Plus 125. Let's get one back in the win column and go from there.
Yeah, Oklahoma State has not lived up to the hype, in my opinion.
They're just not that good at the end of the day.
The fact that South Dakota State held Ollie Gordon to, under 100 yards, it was bad. So that offensive line's not great.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, looking at the data, they just don't get second level at all. I expect it to be a competitive game. I think there's going to be some explosive plays within it. But, yeah, no, I'm taking West Virginia.
Let's go Mountaineers. All right. Let's get into the parlay picks. I'll kick it off. I'm going Toledo minus 3.5 against Miami of Ohio. I think Toledo is underfavored in this game. Their offense is much better. They're averaging over 30 points a game, whereas Miami of Ohio is only averaging, I think, 19. No, it might be less than that. It's 13 points a game. They're averaging 13 points a game. Their quarterback play has been terrible. Gabbert for them, 3 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Their leading rusher is 174 rush yards. They have not been good at all. Their defense also not great. It's better, but it's not great. Toledo is averaging 370 yards on offense versus Miami of Ohio is giving up 375. I think Toledo's just overall the much better team. They're much better in the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. They average how many? I think it was they give up 1 sack a game and average 3 sacks a game. So I love Toledo here. I think they're very undervalued at home, no less. So they stomped Mississippi State for Dave's Dawgs. I'm rolling with them again.
I got nothing. Dave, any insight?
You're on mute.
He's on mute.
Classic.
Damn it. I like it. I think Miami of Ohio has been a disappointment this year. I would have expected little Gabbert to perform closer to what he has the last couple of years. He hasn't. But, Jason Candle's got this Toledo program rolling. They're one of the two best teams in the MAC by a pretty good margin. And that's like an every year thing at this point. So, yeah, I like it.
Knock on wood, this is another TCU where it's like they should win, and then they just collapse. So
only one way to find out. That's why they play the games.
That is why they play the games. All right, Strom.
Yeah, I'll go with Kevin's. Kevin is going Wisconsin minus 10.5 against Purdue. He said Purdue is disgustingly bad. Wisconsin is 0-4 against the spread. He said he loves that. They're got to cover at some point. Purdue is only 1-3 against the spread and might have the worst defense in the country. Wisconsin's had a tough schedule. They played Bama, USC back-to-back. He said they played pretty good against USC in the first half. The pass game is pretty weak for Wisconsin, but he said they have a decent run game with a beefy Wisconsin bred lineman and Purdue run D that is worse in the Power 4. He thinks Wisconsin should win pretty easily here. He said, P.S. Go Tigers.
MIZ, baby. Let's go. Big day.
Big day for A&M fans.
Shut up. You didn't go Rutgers. You're a Rutgers fan.
I was thinking about going Rutgers. It's a tough spot. I think they're in Nebraska today.
You could have got them plus 9.5, dude.
I don't know. I prefer to watch and enjoy rather than sweat that one out. But that's a tough spot in Nebraska. Nebraska's a good team. So
this Wisconsin pick scares me. 10.5 is a big number for them to cover.
He could have probably gotten it 9.5. I took it at 9.5 at minus 154. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. Purdue sucks. But, yeah, that's what you're hoping for. It's that Purdue sucks and Wisconsin is a little bit better than they have been.
Yeah, I agree. We like betting against bad teams.
All right, Strom.
And mine's a very similar pick to Kevin's, kind of. I'm going Navy minus 7.5 against the Air Force. Navy, their offense has been fantastic the whole year. They have more than 38 points a game. All 4 games, they scored more than 38 points. They're facing a 1-3 Army team. They have not beaten an FBS team this year. Their offense has been terrible. They're averaging less than 10 points a game over their last 3 games. Navy has won or lost 4 straight in this series. I think they're going to pound Air Force. Air Force is struggling on defense. They're allowing a lot of pass yards. Navy, shockingly, has a great pass offense. So, I don't know. I'm running it back from last week. They pounded UAB. I think they're going to do it again here at Air Force.
USA, baby. Go USA. America wins
USA.
in this game.
Love a service academy game.
Nothing
Only
but
problem.
passion and heart on the field.
A lot of money is on Navy, which I don't like, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's because Air Force isn't very good.
Yeah, Air Force sucks.
This isn't the NFL where all teams are kind of equal. Like, there are clear tiers in college football.
Oh, yeah. That's what makes it fun.
Yep. All right. So to recap the picks, Dave's Dawgs, West Virginia, money line, plus 125. Wisconsin, for Kevin, or for the parlay, Kevin's got Wisconsin minus 10.5 at minus 128. I have Toledo at minus 3.5, minus 150. And then Strom, you got Navy minus 7.5 at minus 142. Comes out to plus 405 for today's parlay. Let's just sweep today. Let's just sweep the board. Go up.
I like that plan.
5.5 units. That'd be awesome.
I want to be sitting in my new apartment and just relaxing on the couch that doesn't get delivered yet and watching sports all day.
That's right, Dave. Dave and you're going to have a folding chair and a TV, just a pure bachelor pad.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be awesome. Might just be sitting on the floor. Who knows?
All the games are at 11 except for, I think, mine. I don't know when West Virginia is, though, but
should be fun. Later.
Let's
do it.
Let's get it.
Get it.